The remembrance ceremony of the Holocaust may be an annual reminder of dark days past, but with the European elections just around the corner, it's also serving as a warning.
Politically, in countries like Hungary, you see politicians reviving old historical hatreds in tangible ways. You see the register of Jewish people in Parliament being talked about. You see historical facts, so-called facts, being raised again. And you see anti-Semitism, which for many years was very much under the surface in the 1980s and 1990s, suddenly becoming something that is more explicit in language.
Claude Moraes is not the only one warning of a European revival of anti-Semitic rhetoric. The Agency for Fundamental Rights, known as the FRA, used Remembrance Day to remind people of their findings in late 2013, which showed strong increases of anti-Semitism across the whole Union. I asked Baron Julien Klenner if he too was concerned about the rise of anti-Semitism.
You could have thought that anti-Judaism after the Shoah would have disappeared, that people would have been ashamed, deeply troubled by what happened. It just went underground and it's there again openly, and that is very, very worrying and creating within the Jewish community high anxiety.
The European Union is particularly worried about the elections in May as they predict a swing to the right. Are you optimistic that this level of anti-Semitism will leave?
When the canaries in the coal mine are hearable again, I am not optimistic at all.
Klenner's lack of optimism is also mirrored by the President of the European Parliament, Martin Schulz. I asked if he was worried about the predicted swing to the right in the upcoming European elections, a political swing which has generally been promoting xenophobic and nationalistic attitudes and policies.
Yes, I'm worried, and therefore I will fight. I myself, as a President of the European Parliament, also as a candidate for the next European election, I will fight to mobilize those who think that the cooperation of countries and nations across borders, not only economic borders, cultural borders, political borders, those who think that the cooperation of countries and nations in our time in the globalized world is the best way, instead to renationalize not only rhetoric, also action. Those people must, and this is the overwhelming majority, must be mobilized. And therefore, yes, I think we have to do a lot in the next coming month.
Never again were the words that were continuously used at the Remembrance Day ceremony. But with turmoil and discrimination still rising in places like Paris, Athens and Budapest, many politicians worry that history just might repeat itself. And with Holocaust survivors slowly disappearing from this earth, MEPs are calling on more people to stand up and fight against the ugly face of discrimination so that the voices of the Holocaust will still be heard in generations to come. This is Smith-Meyer for JN1 at the European Parliament in Brussels.